Why are you assuming that the ghost isn't in it for a quick hookup either?
Even if you're in it for a quick hookup, you don't necessarily want to be used so your human can go brag about it.
No, it's not about bragging. This is documenting for science.
Sex. I've been told it's fun. But would sex be fun with a ghost? That question has been on the mind of philosophers for eons. Ancient philosopher Socrates is quoted as saying, "I know that I know nothing, except that I would love to a phantom." Would you spank a specter? It's debatable.
I would consensually hook up with a ghost, for sure.
I'm not letting a ghoulish creature play hanky-panky with my wanky.
I would absolutely a ghost.
I don't even want to touch a ghost.
I would never, ever, ever the ghost.
I would 100% tap that spooky booty.
I would have sex with a ghost because I'm not sure how it could be more emotionally damaging than trying to have sex with men in LA.
I don't like being touched. I don't like going outside. I don't like leaving my house. If any ghosts want to come meet me at my place, that's the most convenient thing I could ever imagine.
I would definitely sleep with a ghost because I feel like most ghost experiences on record are very negative and scary, and this could be a great way to have an olive branch to the ghost community and potentially bridge that gap with peace through some spooky lovemaking.
Would the sex really be that good? They're from the past. It's biblical times. The sexiest things they were doing were showing ankles. It's not worth it.
From what I know about ghosts, they're usually condemned to a specific structure. It's probably there to fulfill some sort of thing that they need to do in the afterlife, and I assume that that is not having sex with you.
What about that woman who married a pirate ghost, had coitus with him, and now they're divorced? Sex with ghosts does not guarantee a positive experience.
First of all, lots of marriages end in divorce anyway, ghost or otherwise. I don't think that should be a deciding factor here.
I think a ghost is trying to figure out what they need to do, so maybe it's just a quick way out, and they're like, oh, well, I'll just have sex with this person and cross that off the list.
Ghosts are romantic, like a dark romantic, in the way that we like romanticize a bad boy.
How are you comparing a ghost to like a scenester boyfriend you had in middle school? It's like, it's two totally different things. And when the hell did you see a ghost that was just like, oh, I'm kind of into it. This is a vibe. This is romantic. This is sweet. No, it's scary as hell.
Like, they're clearly not getting the thing done that they need to get done. Maybe I'm what needs to get done.
You having sex with them is just prolonging and tormenting them.
I would hope that it's not torment.
If a ghost is haunting me in my house and I'm creeped out by it, I guess my first instinct is not to be like, let me go have sex with that thing.
Let's say you've been married for like 50 years, right? And then your significant other passes away and then comes back to you and says, my beloved, I can't pass into the next realm until I have one more lovely evening with you. You're gonna tell your partner to get the out?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Because how am I supposed to get over that? How am I supposed to get closure from that death?
What better
that
closure?
Ghost just keeps coming and trying to me.
One-time thing!
Whether or not it's sort of like this actual hot ghost, because I'm only having sex with hot ghosts, that's for sure.
Of course, only hot ghosts.
Only hot ghosts.
I almost don't want the ghost to have sex with you because you are so shallow when it comes to ghost sex and everything else. You just want to talk about being emotionally available. You're just trying to find the hot ones. You know what, ghost? Stay away from Elena because she just wants you for your seed, all right? You're getting the trap.
A real, verifiable ghost sex experience that we can document. And that doesn't interest you? You wouldn't even try it?
No, I would not even try it. I don't know what is so appealing about the idea of something that can't even physically touch you trying to penetrate you. Why not just stick with amongst the land of the living with people that you can build relationships with people who won't follow you around everywhere?
Like if some poor Victorian woman never had an orgasm in her life, maybe like that's what she really needs to move on.
It's also hard for me to wrap my head around what it's even like to have sex with a ghost. I wouldn't have sex with fog. I wouldn't like turn on a fog machine and start like, let's get it on.
How is a ghost gonna get you pregnant?
You don't know? You don't know if you can have some ghost babies? You don't know. That's what I'm scared of. If I have sex with a ghost and they just want my seed, and they take that to the paranormal realm, and then I have ghost babies.
Some like half demons out there.
Some half demons out there.
I feel like the sheer novelty alone makes it worth the story.
The sex with someone for novelty, so you're using the ghost now?
It's a ghost! Why are you assuming that the ghost isn't in it for a quick hookup either?
Even if you're in it for a quick hookup, you don't necessarily want to be used so your human can go brag about it.
No, it's not about bragging. This is documenting for science.
Say it doesn't work out. How do you break up with a ghost? You can't just text the ghost and be like, hey, sorry, this ain't working out. I'm not emotionally available. I'm still into my ex.
You gotta sage yourself. You gotta do the work. You gotta like Palo Santo. You gotta like exercise your demons. That happens in any breakup, any relationship.
You don't even
Like,
know if they're really ghosts. They could be demons. They could be whatever.
what you're saying applies to a ghost, but what you're saying also applies to a person.
Damn, that's deep.
I wouldn't have sex with a ghost because if I have sex with something or someone, I would want it to be a fulfilling relationship after. I don't want to just have sex with something and leave.
There's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't have sex with a ghost. First off, you could get haunted. You could catch some disease we already beat, like polio or something.
The idea of having sex with a ghost is the same as necrophilia to me. And I am not interested in sex with the dead.
Why are you afraid to love? What if this ghost expressed that they want this with you?
I couldn't bring this ghost home to my parents. What would they think? I can't have a ghost wedding. Half of the pews are gonna have to be empty, I assume, or full of other ghostly figures.
I feel that that's being culturally sensitive to your ghost partner if you did go find a church that permitted them to be in it, and then their ghost family could be on one side. Like, what if they really like you?
With any new partner, you're gonna have to figure out what you like, what each other likes. Like, there's always gonna be a little bit of work that's being done to figure out your new partners.
So you're planning to have a conversation and follow up after this, or this like a kind of bang and slang type thing?
If they're in my house, I guess that after a while I would like them to leave.
It's not real anymore, it's gone. Just like the ghost should be gone.
Either way, you come away with one of the secrets of the universe.
No one's going to believe you, so it doesn't matter.
I would know. I would know.
So this activity of you having sex with a ghost is entirely selfish.
Very altruistic, actually. I think it's selfish to not bone the ghost just because you think they're grody.
When you watch any scary ghost movie, haunted house, whatever else, when the person gets possessed, they throw up in the person's mouth or they suck their soul out of their mouths. I don't want that to happen with the other orifices that I might have. In other words, I don't want to be possessed via my penis. And you can't escape it at that point. You can't ghost a ghost.
Maybe it's the opposite, and all of a sudden they're like, I'm just gonna disappear. Whatever I've come here to do is done. I've finished my business. I'm just gonna ghost.
And at any moment, they could solve the issue that they're here to solve and they could just leave.
I mean, that can happen with a real human person too.
Do you like to cuddle? I like to cuddle. I feel like that's hard when you have a ghost. It's like you can...
I'm willing to be the one to figure this out for all of us.
Don't you think by 2019, if someone could a ghost, they would have?
Humans are still kind of in our infancy in the big picture. I don't necessarily think it's
I've seen plenty of ghost hunting shows where I'm pretty sure someone would a ghost.
Right. I'm sure all of them would ghost. I just don't think those
Not
ghosts.
one of them.
Have you seen those ghost hunter dudes? I don't think the ghosts are throwing themselves at those
I've
ghost
seen
hunters.
them. Oh, they are.
Casper's a I said it here first.
He was a friendly ghost. He was gonna let her go in the end because it's he loves her, but also he wants her to be happy. And
Guys say that all the time. That's player stuff 101. That's boy 101.
Would you cheat on your girlfriend with a ghost?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't think it would be cheating. Here's the thing. Regular couples already have hall pass lists of actual living humans they can bone consequence-free. I would rather my girlfriend ghost Zac Efron than real Zac Efron. That's less threatening to me because it's a ghost.
Even if it were possible and it wasn't weird, you don't deserve to a ghost with these standards.
whether or not you're having sex with ghosts or with people, I hope everyone just uses their heads and their hearts to evaluate what's in their best interest and not, become clouded by the romance of something that could be seemingly dark, but at the same time, it could be kind of fun.
Humans have wanted to put their dicks in things for so long over the course of many years, and I'm no exception.
Of course there are risks. There are risks when we put a man on the moon. Okay, but I am willing to take those risks to potentially improve human-ghost relations. So any ghosts watching this, bring that spooky booty over here, and let's move mankind a little bit forward.
Sex is complicated, alone. Do yourself a favor, don't get possessed. It's not worth it, y'all. If you see a ghost, zip it up.
Even assuming that ghosts are real, I'm too old to anything without a job.
I'm afraid of the noises that a ghost would make if I had sex with it,
Ah!
What if ghosts have jobs?
We can't pay for I need to be wined and dined.